Can you hear me now? Hopefully we didn't lose everybody. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now? All right, let's zoom out. Okay, so the altar we have going for Team Horus. Team Horus is pretty much dominating the map right now. It's kind of hard to... We're a little bit far behind, but let's see if we can catch up. Hopefully the audio is coming through. Please let me know if the audio is coming through. That way I can not worry about it. It's a little bit. All right, let's zoom out, see kind of what's going on. The arcs should be spawning in 4 minutes. We don't have anybody there. Can you hear me now? Yay. Yes. So sorry about that. I don't even know. I updated my system and now my audio sources are all thrown off. So my apologies. My apologies for that. I'm so sorry. All right, let's dive into it. That way we're kind of, let me kick the music back on. Let me know if the audio levels are working and then we'll go from there. I'll turn them down just a little bit. That way if y'all can hear them, cool. All right, let's see. Let's zoom out. Let's see, check out what's going on the map. See if we can get some good rallies going. What we got? Attila. All right. So it'll be interesting to see how the number of troops is actually going to affect the battle. It doesn't seem like it's affecting it too much. I thought it would have given FN a pretty good even playing field. And I don't know if it's just HKL that started out really hot. And as you can see right now, with 0 reinforcements, Attila isn't going to stand up very long against Martel, especially because they're so close to being reinforced. So let's see how that one goes. All right, let's flip over to one of the other buildings. Should be pretty critical as well. Attila again against Charles. Getting swarmed, which I don't know if you necessarily need to swarm that, because it's already going to be going down pretty hard. Yep, and there they go. All right. But it seems the FN have taken the Desert Altar from HKL. And as I predicted, they're moving all their troops. Hopefully this building's reinforced. Let's see this battle report. See how they did it. Ooh, Artemisia. Interesting. Seems Artemisia it didn't do very as well as it usually does in game in Ark of Osiris. So as expected, FN's going to be going really hard for this arc. They really do need it. So that's going to be an interesting play. And HKL should be seeing this fairly soon and then should be flooding as well. So while FN is fairly down, you know, they're down by a good margin right now, one Ark of Osiris cuts that lead in half. So the importance of the arc is very, very important to keep your eye on. So it will be interesting. They have a ton of marches in here right now, which is good. So let's see. The skills should start popping here in a minute. They should all kind of group together. All the fights. The skills should be getting popped. We're going to stick right here, watch some fighting. Like I said, fam, if this is content that y'all like, so sorry about the audio complications. My name is Anthony. I'm with the Bulbaritos. And we're content for creators, entrepreneurs, and gamers. Give y'all a cool place to hang out, have some cool events, meet some cool people. And yeah, if that's something y'all are interested in, Discord link is above and in the description. And subscribe to the channel if y'all are interested in this kind of content. We will be streaming the 411K and JWM2 match here in a couple of hours. So if that's something, keep an eye on it. And if you subscribe, then you should get notified of when we go live again. All right, let's see who's holding up. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. That way we can kind of see how many marches of each we have in there. Give kind of a better picture. Okay, so see, FN started their presence fairly early, but it seems like HKL is starting to bring them in. Yep, here they come. So hopefully FN has seen this and they're bringing more marches because HKL will run this out. And let's see who's going to grab the arc. Oh, Mohammed, I forgot. If you weren't here in the very beginning, I wanted to thank you for subscribing to the channel when we were offline. So welcome to the Bulbaritos, bud. All right, so we got a couple people grabbing it over here. HKL running with it. HKL running with it. The problem that he incurred right there is he grabbed it on the wrong side. He should have grabbed it on his side, on the back side of the arc. So they're going to try picking it up in the chaos and dragging it. When you grab it from the back, the reason you want to grab it from the back is it saves you about 30 seconds if you're grabbing it up from the side. And then it's even longer if you're grabbing it on the wrong side. And it looks like FN have picked it up. Okay. So it's going to be a battle in the middle. Now it'll be interesting to watch. You'll see all these structures starting to blink because they're sending so many marches. Let's zoom out a little bit. I feel like FN needs to start sending more troops. Oh, apologies. Needs to start sending more troops because HKL is sending a ton. And it's very interesting. They're dragging FN onto their side. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, he's running. Run, Forrest! Dude, that guy is chugging. Look at Attila running the arc. LOL. That's some funny stuff right there. Oh, he's booking it right now. That's what they need. They needed that. And HKL trying to catch him. I don't know what it is, but he's booking it right there. They ain't catching that guy. He's gone. Interesting, though. He's running it. Where is he running it? They need to insta-cap this. Okay, hopefully he's going to jump into the shrine. Alright, it looks like he's going to jump in the shrine if it's not just lagging out. Let's see. See what they're doing. It's interesting strategy. Don't know why. See, if I was FN, I would, or HKL, would break off this rally and go after this arc carrier. Don't know where this guy is running. I guess he's going to stall. I don't know why you'd want to stall in this scenario, because you're down 9k points. You need as many arcs as you can capture right now. So, it'll be interesting. All right. We're going to go to this rally here in 1 second. Let's see. All right, they caught the arc. And they're bringing it. Can't even see. Okay, so we got a Richard Garrison and an Attila Takeda, I would assume Attila Takeda rally, and that rally is getting monster swarmed right now. Monster swarm. Not even close. And there goes the rally. Let's check this rally report out here in a sec. If I can click on it. So many marches. Alright, let's see. See if I can get in and get this rally report. Can't even click on it, man. Oh, I had it. There you go. All right, let's see this rally report. Attila Takeda, Alexander Garrison. Interesting. That must have been a monster swarm. Attila too fast, dude. You're telling me, man. That Attila, did you see it was booking it? Woo. It looked like John Wick from OV when he was running it. It's like he's just chugging, and dude, that he had some legs on him right there. But this is interesting, an interesting report right here. Look at these reports. With an Alexander Frederick. Okay, there we go. There's a Ramses. Oh, but that's a swarm. Did they just monster swarm it? It looks like they just monster swarmed that Attila. That's what it looks like. I don't see the Garrison. These are all 200K, 200K. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they did a monster swarm on that Attila Takeda. All right, let's get back out. Let's see what's going on the field. So what FN really needs to start doing is they need to start neutralizing some of these buildings, and they need to be doing it ASAP. Like they need, even if they don't capture them, it would be best if they could capture them, but they at least need to get this point total down in half. And once they do that, if they can get the next arc, they're immediately back in the game. So the next arc will be for 4,000 points, which, as you can see, if it was 4,000 points, it's cutting that lead. So cutting. So they need to be rallying over and over and over. See, all these troops returning. If you're new to Ark of Osiris, if your troops are like this, kill them off. Just go and march, because 2 minutes, this would be almost 45 seconds if your troops were dead. So doing this is actually not helping you at all. So go swarm this. Look, turn all your little troops around and start swarming this. And then have them march back. Because right now, your march is going to take 3 minutes because it's not dead. So it's best to kill it off. And now HKL is starting to reinforce it. So now we got that Constantine. Let's see how this Constantine holds up. FN should be rallying their altars, the enemy altars, at the same time. Welcome, Jess. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. For those of y'all who are lurkers, don't lurk. Say hi in the chat. We'd love to say hi to you. And welcome to the Bulbaritos. Make sure to share the stream with your teams, with your friends. We'd love to have them. Yeah, all right. Looks like this Constantine, HKL brought the reinforcements this time. They're swarming it as well, so this Constantine's not going to hold up. So they're about to lose their Shrine of War, which hopefully I'm going to move off of this one in a second. But FN may reswarm it. Let's see. Let's see if they reswarm it. I don't think they're going to have enough troops to do it. I'm going to wait a second and see if they reswarm it. All right, and now we got 4 minutes on the arc again, so we're going to check out some of these buildings real quick. And Attila Takeda. It's very interesting to see how Martel is taking Attila Takeda so well right now. And the reason being is they're maxed. So all these commanders that you're seeing on both sides, Lilith tried to make it an even playing field for the event for Osiris Invitational. So all these commanders are maxed out, max level 60, or expertise level 60. So it's very interesting to see how well Charles is doing against Attila, because on every other arc that I've casted, Attila just does monster damage. It's not even close. So it looks like a failed rally by HKL. Let's check this one out. Ooh. See, I don't personally get that Garrison. I don't know why you put Alex, but hey, if it's doing that against Attila Takeda, you're doing something right. Yeah, they're doing something right. That may be new meta right there. Just kidding. All right, let's see. Let's go check out the middle because it's really important. Okay, so HKL is starting to catch on now. So they're coming a lot sooner now. So now HKO, yep, and exactly what they should be doing. So when you don't have your enemy here, you should be posturing forward, you know, because it's just like in KVK when you're going for the ruins. If you show up an hour early and the enemy has to fight through all your troops just to get to the spot, it makes it that much harder for them to do it. So that's what you want to be doing. If you have no resistance on the map, you should be pushing up, not super far, but you should be pushing up on the enemy side. That way it makes it a little bit harder. So you're going to start seeing the more troops that they bring, these troops are showing, okay, so they're showing up. So they need to actually push forward. If they don't push forward all these and wait for all these troops, they're going to get, there you go. So they're pushing up. All right. So 1 minute for the arc spawn. You're going to start seeing, I don't know why there's 3 or 4 people back here. You really, realistically only need 1. Because all these AFK troops aren't helping you at all. And what HKL, see, FN's doing the smart thing. So what FN's doing is they're targeting, and then they're dragging him to the center. So if you're HKL, you can't let them do that. You have to drag them back. Disengage, let them attack you, and drag them back. Because right now, the scrum is moving to the center, which doesn't help HKL anymore. It actually benefits FN because they have less marches here. There you go. 12 seconds. Let's see if, oh, and there goes FN. They're wrapping around, making sure that it's not an easy grab, which is what you want. You really want that part. The grabbing of the arc is, oh, and we have FN coming from the top side. Let's see. Okay. See, so FN should start rallying this structure right here, the desert altar, while this is getting grabbed. And let's see who grabbed it. Oh, nobody's grabbed it yet. Oh, HKL's running with it. Run, Forest. And nobody's touching him. Nobody's touching him. Let's see if this Edward can catch him. All right, I just dropped the arc. So for those of y'all who aren't familiar with the arc, the easy way, it used to be really hard to target the arc carrier when you're in a scrum like this. But with one of the latest updates, now you can actually click on this guy and it will select, and then you can target the march now. So it makes it a lot easier instead of having to grab in the chaos. See, in FN, the Artemisia is going to be close, so let's see. So FN needs to already start pushing over here. Let's see, they should be dropping it, yep. But every inch that they keep dragging this, it's harder and harder for them to, it's just more time that they're going to have to run back. Interesting. Okay, so FN grabbed a lot of structures. I think the point total just hasn't switched over yet because they haven't occupied the structure yet or haven't taken control of it. So it'll be interesting to see what the point swing is here in a minute. So a cool strat that some of the other teams actually do is they'll launch rallies across the map. So on this little map I'll show you, they'll send from their obelisk and they'll send it to the cross obelisk. And what that rally is going to do is sometimes it goes through the middle and sometimes it goes over the top. So if it goes over the top, then what they'll do is they'll break it off and then they'll come up from the top. Or if it comes through the middle, then they let it roll through the middle and then they break it. Because sometimes people will accidentally target the rally and they just get melted super hard. So it's a cool little strat if you haven't tried it yet. All right, HKL running this arc. Man, if HKL captures this arc, it's going to be really hard. Really, really hard for FN to come back. FN really does need this. But it looks like they're clearing out the last of the FN marches. So this should be captured fairly soon. Unless, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Let's hope they capture this. It'll be interesting. Let's see if the Arc Runner notices it. He should just take it to this outpost unless they start sneaking through the outpost. And here come the marches. Chilla. I'm going to start targeting that Arc Runner every second they slow it. Alright, it looks like HKL popped a buff, or a skill. I'm so sorry. Apologies. Popped a skill. Alright, let's see. Alright, they dropped it, so let's see if FN can stall long enough for marches to come. Hopefully this Attila's doing work right now. It looks like this Charles is getting reinforced, which is just helping HKL. Picked up the arc. Let's see. It looks like they're running it away, which is a smart play because I feel like the structure is about to go down. Let's keep it right here for a second. We'll keep watching. Running that K30. Man, this Charles is taking it like a champ. Who did y'all have winning? Or what kingdoms are y'all from? Mohammed, Jess? And wow, it looks like HKO held up. They must have swarmed and reinforced. I'm gonna check that report out once this Attila dies off. And they'll probably just swarm that Attila out. So after that capture, this game is almost in the bag already. It's almost in the bag. This capture will put them up by 4,000 to 22. Oof, by 14k points, which with 27 minutes left is pretty hard to come back from unless you're provisioning really hard and getting like 7-8k in provisions. You absolutely need the lot. It's not impossible, but it's fairly hard. So they would need to start neutralizing buildings and having double the points for the next 27 minutes on top of capturing the last arc and having about 7-8k provisions. That would put it super close. So, you know, if they are doing that, then it could be really close. Most likely HKL is provisioning as well, so you have to keep that in mind. So HKL are our champions in the Horus realm for season 2 of Osiris League. So they are a really good team. So this, if you're an FN, I wouldn't take this as anything other than, you know, as what it is. You know, two good teams fighting each other. All right, Alex. All right, let's go check out some of these blinking buildings real quick. See if we can get some cool fights. See, what the thing that would make this great is if FN was doing this on enemy structures, they'd be in the game. They'd be really in the game if they were doing this on enemy structures. Because right now, this is on the structure that's closest to their obelisk, which doesn't help them, and this doesn't help either. So many marches marching backwards. Send them forward. Look, all these half-dead marches. Half dead, half dead, half dead, half dead. That's the reason. See, all that time is getting wasted going back and forth with half-dead marches. This is what they should be doing. Unless you're really, really close, that's what it should look like. See, so if FN can do this for the remainder of the match, they may have a shot at it. But they need to be doing this consistently on every altar that they have, or don't have, should I say. And like HKL, they understand that in order to prevent this, they do that. Because what this is going to do is this is going to force them to pull some marches back. Exactly. They're going to have to pull marches back in order to swarm and reinforce. How are the audio levels? Is the music too loud, guys? Let me know. So it'll be interesting to see after the first week what people are going to start using, because from what I'm seeing, Charles Garrison against Attila is dirty. It'll also be interesting to see how many heals they have, because of the rules. They limit each player to 2 million of each troop type. And I know that if you're swarming like this with T5, it's going to be a lot. Like, you don't have 50 million troops anymore. You have 10 million. Wait. 8 million. 8 million and 500 T1 cav. So you only have 8 million troops. Realistically, 6 million fighting troops, which seems like a lot, but when you're fighting like this and you're swarming consistently Attila Takeda, your hospitals are going to fill up super fast. And it looks like that rally failed. Let's see. Let's go check out this report. Ooh. Oh my. Artemisia Wu. Interesting combo. And the swarm. Oh my. Ooh, like that, look. 83k for a swarm. And I'm sure every other march that's swarming is like 70k. So you can imagine if you're swarming with 5 marches at 80k losses, you're losing 400k or 400k in the hospital every single time you're swarming with 5 marches. So your hospital with 8 million troops, if you're swarming, it's gonna get filled pretty quickly. All right, let's watch Johnny boy against Artemisia. It looks like the garrison's holding up. It's very interesting. It's almost like it really feels like this Attila is not the same Attila, and I think it has to do with the fact that they made it an even playing field, so a lot of the stuff doesn't really apply anymore. You know, everybody's garrisoning with max commanders all over the place, and it basically neutralizes everything, which is very interesting. So look at this. Now, no fear. Everyone's swarming Attila. And FN's losing structures left and right. Let's go check out the middle. I'm fairly certain FN isn't here. Yeah. So, and as expected and should be, HKL is pushing out forward. So this should be a fairly straightforward capture right here. And that capture, the game is almost sealed at this point. I would say maybe like a minute or two and this game is sealed. watch this because I'm fairly certain what's already about to happen there. All right, let's see. Con Garrison, interesting. Interesting. That's probably all they had right there once they swarmed it. But this con is going to go down really hard. And they abandoned it. They're playing the neutral game. So see, what HKL did right here is really smart. So they didn't send all of their troops to the front. They left some right here at this choke point because I think they realistically understood that FN was going to try to do this and come through the top. So now this just stalls them out, stalls them for a little bit. Because with a minute left before arc spawns, yeah, you're going to start seeing them. See, if I was FN, I wouldn't even be targeting them. I'd be going all the way around. Yep, there you go. Just run. You got your cab, run away. Run to the center. The closer to the center you get, the better. See? And here comes the choke point. All right, let's check out the structure real quick. Sad faces. All right, let's go back to the scrum over here. Attila Takeda going down. There you go. So FN's catching on. They're starting to spread out. Come top side, block off the arc runner. All right, let's see how it goes. I think this Alexander will get to the arc carrier right as he's grabbing it. Oh, too slow. Oh, and they're all converging. That arc carrier is toast. So if you're in this scenario, you just want to get it as far up the field as you can. Bog down. And I guarantee you, bog down got popped by FN. That way it slows them down. Yep, you can already see how it's slowing them all down? All right, so let's see how this goes. It seems to be where all the action's going to be at for right now. So we're just going to stick here for a little bit. But thank you guys for sticking around on the stream. We had a slow start with the sound. I'm sorry. Apologies. We will be streaming the JWM versus 411K match. Built out some cool graphics for it. Excited to be showing you those as well as highlighting gameplay. I chose that match because 411K were the champions in the Anubis realm for season 1 of the Anubis realm. Oh man, look at this. Look at this CC run. Run, Buttercup. Sorry. So we are going to be streaming that match. Excited. That should be in a couple of hours after this match ends. And if y'all, I would love for y'all to come and join us again. I'll post. There's our Discord. Our Discord link should be popping up here in a second. If you're interested in joining our community, we'd love to have you. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it and look forward to seeing you all again. All right. Let's get back. Man, how's the CC? Ooh, that's CC. All right. He gone. All right, so that's GG's right there. That puts it completely out of contention right now. Hopefully FN still keeps rallying some structures. And as you're seeing, so they tried it and then they broke it off. So the rally was going to go for the obelisk and then they broke it back off. A little late, but good idea in theory. And at this point, if you're HKL, you're just flooding. You might send a couple rallies, but you're just flooding the field with marches, sending them all to the enemy side of the field. Make it really hard for them to move. And that's it. Guan Rally. Richard should hold up in this scenario. All right. Let's see. All right, so that rally held up. Or that Garrison held up really well. Attila Takeda. Being realistic, I haven't seen any impressive Attila Takeda rally reports yet. Charles has had the best of him all match long, which is very, very interesting. All right. Let's go to some blinking structures. Let's see if we get some swarms. See, I feel like this is what you're going to see all Osiris Invitational, is everyone with Attila Takeda out on the field. But, hey, if you didn't have them before, you have them now for the Osiris Invitational. Might as well use them. So, post in the chat, did y'all expect the score line to be like this? I know I didn't. I knew HKL was good. I just wasn't sure if, because all these teams are top 4 in their realm, so I didn't expect it to be a blowout. And this score should jump up by about 6 or 7K once HKL brings back their provisions, which will probably happen fairly soon. They usually are around 6,500 to 7K provisions every match. And once again, Charles, man. And that's because they don't even have the field either. That should tell you something right there. Charles with 0 field presence, with open field, with assistance. Hopefully, this Ethel will attack. Yep. And they're going to debuff. They're going to be buffing up the Garrison. Buff them up. It's an excellent use of Ethel. So if you want to use Ethel in the field, this is where you would use them. Because all it's doing is helping the survivability of Charles right now. So this Charles 100% is gonna get this. And look, the Ethel's still there. See, these extra marchers should be targeting this Ethel. Take the Ethel out, because the Ethel is what's gonna win this for them. Welcome to everybody in the stream. Hope y'all are having a great day. So to kind of recap what we saw FN grab the first arc off the rip. I think FN just had a really slow start and lost first occupations on, I believe, all of their altars, which is a huge point jump. So they started the match down 9K to 1K. Which is always a really, especially against a team like HKL, you can't do that. Like, you have to secure your first occupations for your structures, because that AK swing made it where you had to go into desperation mode in the first 10 minutes, as opposed to the last 10 minutes. So they win it from a 9K to 1K hole. FN grabbed the arc, ran it for the first capture. Was a very good battle in the middle. They took it the long way, which is very interesting. It added on an extra like 3-minute walk instead of just capturing it in their altar. Then we came back, HKL regrouped and adapted their strategy a little bit and came a couple minutes earlier than they did previously, and then captured the second arc fairly easy. The third arc, HKL captured with no resistance, and FN has been basically re-rallying structures over and over and over again, trying to neutralize these points. And it's in some regards it's helped because they've neutralized it, but they haven't occupied any of them, so they're not getting the point total back. All right, let's go to a couple other structures real quick. That way we're not sitting there. All right, that one looks like that one fell. Let's see. Okay. So it wasn't anything major. It's just a small one. Interesting. I don't know why you pop the skill that far out. But it'll be interesting to watch how JWM, for those of y'all who've never watched JWM play Ark of Osiris, they use a very unique skill, which a lot of people don't use. And it's the farming skill, which is or the provisioning skill. In the last season, second season, when they were playing, they popped it 3 or 4 times in a match. It was very confusing, very different, but cool at the same time. HKO, Attila Takeda again. And so this is what, if you know you're in the lead, this is what you should be doing. You know the enemy's going to overextend, and they're going to push farther up on the map because they're trying to control your structures. So all you have to do in order to pull some of that resistance back is just keep launching rallies. They understand they can't afford to lose any structures. You can. So in that regard, see what's going to end up happening. This Attila, look what it just did. It just drew all these marches back. See? So all HKL does is, even if they lose this rally, they just need to reset, let it launch, and go. And that's it. Over and over and over again. And that will negate the forward presence of FN. And there goes the rally. See? Now all they need to do is just reset, because now that everyone has Attila Takeda, guess what? Anybody can set a rally. So you no longer, you used to, if you were setting with Attila and you had 3 or 4 people with Attila, you would have to normally wait for your Attila to march all the way back. Now guess what? You don't need to. Anybody can launch Attila Takeda rally now. So in some regards, it makes it a little bit, I get the understanding of trying to even the playing field, but now with everybody having Attila Takeda, you can have, 8 Attila Takeda rallies going at one time, which for us is entertaining, so I won't complain about that. But if I was playing, that's all you're going to see. Artemisia going down. Got Ramses on the field. I'm very interested that I haven't seen as many Ramses as I thought I was going to see. I thought I was going to see quite a few Ramses. We got a CC Garrison? No. Oh, no. We got a CC Garrison. Yeah. Get it, CC. That has to be a bad one. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my. Just take a second and look at that. Oh no, hold on. Give me a second. I'll block this thing out real quick. Give me a second. Let me take my... Y'all have to see this. Look at that. Oh my. So, I wish I could cue that laughing guy like the... Oh my, that's just a march swarming 800k troops. That's just dirty. Oh no. I did a little bit better than... See, this was the mistake right there. Should have had con primary, and you would have done at least a little better. I don't know why you'd be sending CC out. Oh my. Oh my. That was rough. And this Artemisia is going down. We'll just stick right here because I feel like this is where it's all going to just happen. Dun, 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 dun. Well, guys, I hope y'all are enjoying the stream. Appreciate y'all for staying. Make sure to say hi in the chat. That way I can thank y'all, please. Really do appreciate y'all joining the stream. All right, so it'll be interesting. Let's go see if we can see any provisioning happening right now. No, it's not the most exciting thing, but it should be interesting to see. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I don't see any provisioning on HKL side, which is interesting. But maybe they just didn't want to waste the extra march. That could be it too. So here's one. Let's check out the points. We got 2-0 accounts. I wonder if this is the same player. That would be awesome if this is the same player. Oh, for FN. Okay, so for FN, we have 2-0 accounts, 128. Man, you should be seeing high scores because these are all T5 troops. Man, some of these scores are insane. See, this is what you can't have right here. If you're an FN, there's no reason you should have a player with 10K troops or 10K points. 10K, 10K, and then it jumps all the way to 50K. So what that's telling me is either they joined really late or they spend more time marching backwards than they did forwards. Let's see what HKL has. I'll zoom all the way to the top. 148, who had the top? Okay, so it looks like HKL, Mr. Fung is going to be the MVP. Why so noob? See, that's what it should be like. Your bottom person should be fairly high because there's no T4 troops. Even farmers are T5, unless you're sending Cav. So that is a huge difference. Also, look at this teleport action. Let's go look at the FN. Okay, so here's a mistake that a lot of newer teams make. And I'm not saying they're a newer team. It's just something to keep in mind. When you start teleporting in, if you have this, you're killing a lot of teleport spots by doing this. Right here. That's the problem. So when you're porting in, the first 5 people porting in should be porting in the closest to the obelisk, and then you start porting. You do it in like circles. Because that way you can get max players porting in. All right, let's go look at the other one and see how that one looks. Okay, so see, this side did it right. So on this lane, they did better. So you'll start seeing this looks a little more organized because of that. But if you plan it out fairly well, you can actually get 3 rows of cities in here. All right. All right, we've got a skill popped. Let's go check it out. And then after this, we'll go check out the HKL side. That way y'all can see if there's a difference between how they reported in and how they didn't. The structure score should be fairly significantly on the HKL side, no doubt. Ten seconds. And GG's. GG's, gentlemen. Markswoman out there slinging arrows. 157,000 individual score from HKL. They're from Kingdom 1030. Congratulations to HKL, as well as for FN. Y'all put up a great fight. Y'all, you know, we'll see y'all next week for sure. So don't ponder on it too much. I know there's a couple of things, and we'll talk about it at the very end. Overcap, a recap of everything. This is what we want to see. So Ark of Osiris score, like as expected. So HKL got 2 captures, 7,500 score, occupation score. That's the one that we want to. I told you would be fairly lopsided. 33K occupation score. So what that's showing us is that even when HKL lost the structures, FN wasn't capturing the structures to get the points. They were just losing and then recapturing, which is good if you're trying to stall, but not good if you're trying to come back from double points. Interesting enough, FN provision fairly well, which is great. Total kills. Okay. So that's good to see. So there was a ton of kills. Severely wounded, a ton, and healed troops. That is a shocker right there. I thought there would be way more healing than that. Will be interesting to watch throughout the other matches to see if 2 million troops of each type is going to be enough. I feel like it is, but when you're running nothing but Attila Takeda rallies, I would suspect that some healing is going to have to happen at some point. Teleports. All right, there we go. Alrighty, guys. So let's switch. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Ark of Osiris Invitational, the first official match of the Osiris Invitational Season 1 was HKL versus FN. HKL, as expected, came out super hot out the gates. They took first occupation on FN's structures, which put them in a almost an 8 to 9K, advance in points over FN off the start. In the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes, it was 9K to 1K for FN. So what that forced FN to really have to overextend themselves as well as overextend into the middle for the arc, because that was the only way they were going to be able to come. HKL noticed that, changed their game plan up a little bit, and started sending more troops earlier to the middle for the arc, which then made it harder for FN to do both. You kind of have to choose between structures and Ark of Osiris at that point, and they chose structures to neutralize the points. So with that being said, HKL had a fairly easy time capturing the next 2 arcs, which then pretty much realistically sealed the game for them. It put them in about a 15K point lead, which they never relinquished. They did drop a couple of buildings and then instantly recaptured them, and they kind of just went back and forth after that, and it just became a stall game with rallies and Attila all over the place. Side notes, points of interest to keep in mind. Charles absolutely wrecked Attila in this match. Not even close. You can go back and scrub back from the reports that I looked at, and Charles wrecked Attila. It wasn't even close. Even with 0 open field presence from HKL, their Charles, whatever Charles build they're using, or talent build with that, is just nuking Attila right now. So that was an interesting side note to keep in mind. Richard did fairly well as well. And I think it was just a matter of game plan. HKL had an idea coming out where they flooded and they instantly pushed up through the field and took FN first occupations, and from there, FN was on their back foot the rest of the game. So I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Make sure y'all say hi in chat. I would love to talk with y'all. Probably keep it on a couple more minutes. That way, in case y'all want to say hi, I would love to talk to y'all in chat. And then we are going to cut the stream off. And then in about an hour, or in a couple hours, we're going to relaunch the stream for the JWM2 versus 411K. So that match should be an amazing match to watch. 411K are the champions for Osiris League 1 in the Anubis realm. So I'm expecting big things. JWM is a powerhouse. I have some graphics to kind of show, the power and all that kind of stuff. So I would love to see y'all here. I would love to have y'all. So make sure, if y'all haven't already, join our Discord. Y'all meet some cool people from Rise of Kingdoms. We have people from 307, from 225, from 379. We have people from all over the place. So we'd love to have y'all meet, play some games. We play multiple games, so it's not just Rise of Kingdoms, Call of Duty, Destiny, League of Legends. We play a lot of different stuff as a community. We really want to build it around y'all. And this is kind of a preview of some of the stuff that we are planning. Next match, we'll have a lot more stuff because that is our match of the week for the Bulbaritos. That's our match of the week. So you're going to see a lot of bells and whistles and stuff like that, which I'm excited to show y'all. And make sure to subscribe to our channel if you love this kind of content. We'd love to have you, and it's free and helps our channel grow. So until then, guys, I will talk to y'all in chat for a little bit and do a couple things in game, and then we'll sign off. All right? All right, let's see. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to sign off. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see y'all in a couple hours.